Morning, Ms. Mel. On the 1 plus Nord, 1 plus Nord, I just let you know that they call. Oh, there they are. Can you unmute yourself and turn your camera on and state your name? One plus Nord. Good morning to you on the 1 plus Nord. What's your name?
Good morning. It's
Yes.
Brielle.
Not you, ma'am. Good morning to you. Did he just raised his hand? What's your name, the gentleman that just raised your hand?
Manuel Ojeda.
What's your name?
Manuel Ojeda.
Manuel
Ojeda.
Tan rápido con hablar y no tiene el número.
Don't see him.
I don't either. May I ask him if he has a second last name, Your Honor?
You may.
Señor Ojeda, ¿tiene usted otro apellido?
Maurera. Manuel Eloy Ojeda Maurera. Ajá.
Maurera.
Ask him, does he have a case number? Oh, we don't. We can't look it up. We don't have a case number. We don't. The system is off. Okay.
Le pediría su número, pero no nos vale porque el sistema computarizado no está funcionando en este momento.
Sí.
Ask him, does he have a case number? We can have it in when it comes back up.
¿Por acaso tiene usted el número de su caso?
¿El número del caso?
Sí.
Ahorita, ahí, como ya te viste, tú ya te reportaste.
Give me just a moment while I look for it.
Ya te va a buscar y te van a buscar tu nombre. Pero este es el número de tu caso.
Good morning, Your Honor. You may approach.
¿Será este? SP
Ajá.
1594-2201 OT.
OT.
Ajá.
Ajá. ¿Y su nombre de nuevo, por favor?
Manuel Eloy Ojeda Maurera.
Manuel Eloy Ojeda
Maurera.
Maurera. Gracias. He has a case number, Your Honor, whenever you're ready.
I already have it on. I have SP 159-42201.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're gonna get going. On the phone at 313-918-2378. Good morning to you. What's your name, please?
Derek Tolbert.
Tolbert?
Hello?
Hello, Tolbert, you said?
Yes, Derek Tolbert. T-O-L-B-E-R-T.
Okay. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, let's get going.
State of Michigan, 36th District Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Sean B. Perkins presiding. While court is in session, there will be no smoking, eating, drinking, sleeping, and or laying down I would ask that if you have on any hats or hoodies, that you please remove them unless due to religious purposes. Thank you, everyone. Morning to Judge, morning to everyone.
Buenos días todos desde el estado de Michigan, en la Corte de Distrito número 36 del Honorable Juez Perkins. Mientras estemos en sesión, le pedimos a todos, por favor, que no estén durmiendo ni recostados, que no estén hablando, que se vistan apropiadamente y si tienen alguna gorra, sombrero, cachucha puesta, que por favor se lo quiten a menos que tengan algo en la cabeza debido a razones religiosas. Gracias y buenos días a todos.
Okay, good morning, Ms. Hernandez.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, everybody.
All right, Ms. Villarreal, can you state your name for the record and your qualifications, please?
Yes, Your Honor. Evelyn Villarreal, Certified Court Interpreter, C3822.
All right, can you raise your right hand, please?
Yes, sir.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly, accurately, and impartially interpret in the manner now before the court and not divulge confidential communication, so help you God?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
And do you swear or affirm that to the best of your ability, you will interpret from English to Spanish and Spanish to English?
Yes, I do, Judge.
Very well. All right, Miss Hernandez, good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Can you state your name and your qualifications, please?
My name is Emma Hernandez, Your Honor, SCAO, Qualified Spanish Interpreter, number 15575.
And can you raise your right hand, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly, accurately, and impartially interpret in the manner now before the court, not divulge confidential communication, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
And do you swear or affirm that to the best of your ability, you will interpret from English to Spanish and Spanish to English?
I do.
Very well. Is this? Yes. Yes. Let's see who he's got. Let's start with is Raphael Lionel here? Lionel here?
Rafael Leonel está presente?
Sí.
Yes.
Where's Raphael Lionel?
¿Dónde está usted, señor? ¿Dónde está Rafael Leonel?
Aquí.
Here.
What is this? This is the city of Detroit versus Raphael Lionel, case number SP 1566173. State your name for the record, sir.
Buenos días, señor. Se llama el caso de la ciudad de Detroit versus Rafael Leonel. Número de caso es 7156-61273. Por favor, diga su nombre, señor.
Leonel Rafael Marín Pacheco.
Repita su nombre.
Leonel Rafael Marín Pacheco.
Leonel Rafael Marín Pacheco.
Good morning to you. Today is the date and time set for review. I see that you were ordered to do 12 hours of community service. I see you completed those 12 hours of community service. With that, I'm going to dismiss your case.
Señor, este es el día y la hora que tenemos programado para tener una revisión de su caso. Yo le había ordenado que cumpliera 12 horas de servicio comunitario. Veo aquí que usted sí las cumplió. Reconociendo eso, voy a desestimar su caso.
Gracias.
Thank you.
And we thank you for your community service, sir.
Y nosotros le damos las gracias a usted por el servicio comunitario que usted pudo proveer.
Tranquilo. Gracias.
Okay.
Is Terrell Littleton here? Let's see. Derek Tolbert.
Yes.
Good morning to you.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
This is the city of Detroit versus Derek Jason Tolbert, case number SB 125-83821, SB 158-06681, SB 158-07311, State of Michigan versus Derek Jason Tolbert, case number SX 424-81272. State your name for the record, please.
Derek Tolbert.
All right, today is the date and time set for a review. You were ordered to do 12 hours of community service for the misdemeanor, and in lieu of fines and costs, 6 hours of community service for the civil infraction. I see that you completed the community service. So I'm going to thank you for that, and I'm going to dismiss the misdemeanor. And let me see what else is going on here. I'm going to close out the improper equipment. I'm going to close out both improper equipments. And the speeding ticket is going to be closed out, but I don't know what that was taken under. Well, that was already on your driving record, right? We just closed that out as payment. We'll close that out as well. If there's nothing further, sir. Have a very good day. Best of luck to you, all right?
All right. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
What about William Ortega? Is Williams Ortega here?
¿Está aquí el señor William Ortega?
Diego Herrera here?
Diego Herrera, ¿se encuentra aquí?
Diego Guadalupe Herrera.
Diego Guadalupe Herrera.
Is Odin here? Tara
¿Está
Odin.
Olden aquí?
And then Kevin Quintana.
Kevin Quintana.
Sí, señor juez. Buenos días.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Buenos días para usted también.
This is the city of Detroit versus Kevin Quintana, case number SP 155-37261.
Este es el caso de la ciudad de Detroit contra el señor Kevin Quintana. Número de caso SP 155-37-261. Señor, por favor, diga su nombre para que conste en el acta.
Kevin Fabricio Uceda Quintana.
Kevin Fabricio Lucena Quintana.
All right, good morning to you, sir. Today's date and time set for review. You were ordered to do 12 hours of community service. I see that you completed those 12 hours of community service. I want to thank you for that. And for that, we're going to dismiss your case.
Señor, buenos días. Usted está aquí en el día de hoy para su revisión del caso. Usted se le ordenó hacer 2 horas de servicio comunitario y veo que aquí las ha cumplido y en vista de eso, nosotros vamos ya entonces a desestimar su caso.
Ok, muchas gracias, señor juez.
Okay, thank you very much, Your Honor.
Okay, have a great day.
Está bien, que tenga un gran día.
Ustedes también. Gracias.
You too, all of you, thank you.
Shannon Hanley keeps raising your hand. What's the issue?
I had several questions and concerns. The only reason I was doing this because I know how you said situation on my settings. I have my shorty right here. I want to but I had some questions.
All right, well, when I get to I'm gonna get you with a lawyer, and you're gonna be able to ask the questions as it relates to the cases. That you're in line. You only have a couple people in front of you, all right?
All right.
All right, let's go ahead and get going. I'm gonna try to get everybody out in the order that they came in, and I'm gonna try to get you out as fast and efficiently as possible.
Your Honor, may I inquire of Mr. Diego Guadalupe Herrera? He appears to be here, but he's muted.
Diego Guadalupe?
He's the first one on the list, yes.
Sí.
Yes,
Oh,
there he is.
All right, thank you. All right, City of Detroit versus Diego Guadalupe Alvarez Herrera, case number SP 157-69812. State your name for the record, please.
Se llama el caso de la ciudad de Detroit versus Diego Guadalupe Álvarez Herrera. Número de caso SP 157-69812. Por favor, diga su nombre, señor.
Diego Guadalupe Álvarez Herrera.
Diego Guadalupe Álvarez Herrera.
Good morning to you, sir. Today is the date and time set for review. I see you were to do 12 hours of community service. I see that you completed those 12 hours of community service. Thank you for that. And for that, we're going to dismiss your case. All right.
Buenos días, usted, señor. Este es el día y es la hora que habíamos programado para tener la revisión de su caso. Veo aquí que le había ordenado que cumpliera 12 horas de servicio comunitario. Veo también que usted ya las cumplió. Reconociendo eso, le doy las gracias a usted. El caso queda desestimado.
Ok, muchas gracias.
Okay, thank you very much.
Right there.
Que pase un día muy buen día, señor.
Igualmente a ustedes.
Thank you to everyone there.
Zamora. I need Zamora's spot, please. This is the start. We're going to go ahead and get going. Mr. Phil, what's your client's name?
Adding Lopez Lateface.
Lopez.
Lateface.
What's going to go on with that?
Well, Your Honor, last time we were here, the court took a plea and then set it out to hear more information from the officer.
Well, Investigator Maxwell is here.
I'm not sure if he's here or not.
Are you here for Lopez Fuentes? Officer, Investigator Maxwell?
Yeah, Judge, can you give us privileges?
Yes. Sorry about that, Your Honor. Yes, I am. I just was leaving a call.
Thank you.
Not yet. She wants to talk to you. You have privileges, don't you?
You just gave them to me, Judge.
All right. Let them talk right quick, and then we'll see what's going on.
Do I need to hop on Zoom now?
How do you want us to proceed on this one, Judge? Because we're here at your request.
Yeah. So what were we doing? We were talking about the issue. The issue was let's call the case. City of Detroit versus Abdulmec Lopez Fletes. Case numbers. Hold on a second. Okay, so let's just went off the record. What we were talking about was, the issue was you had this dog, and the dog, you were living out of the car with the dog, and the dog got shot.
That's our understanding, Your Honor.
The dog got shot, and you attempted to take the dog to the vet. What happened?
No, my client didn't have money to take the dog to the vet.
Didn't have money to take.
He got like some minor treatments at a pet supply store.
From a pet supply shop. And the agreement was to plead to this in a delayed sentence, take an eBay class, and no animals for 1 year.
That was correct. And he took the class already.
He took the class worth.
I believe it was submitted to Miss Mason. I don't know if I have it on me, Your Honor. Because that's what led us to get to the deal.
And you didn't shoot the dog.
No.
The neighbor shot the dog.
That's what was alleged, Your Honor, yes.
Right?
Correct. And
why did the neighbor shoot the dog?
I don't think anyone knows. The neighbors denied doing it.
Oh, you don't really know who shoot. There's no conclusive determination on who
No exact proof. No, that's
right.
just what
what you believe.
Yes, sir.
And do you don't get along with the neighbors?
No, we get along, but it's young teenagers. They go over there and they play with BB guns. And last year, one of them was shooting me with a BB gun when I was cleaning.
Was shooting you?
Mm-hmm.
So the dog was shot with a BB gun?
That's what I thought.
So Investigator Maxwell, we brought you in because I thought it was a little bit, I thought it was a little bit harsh that he's not allowed to have a dog for a year. I wanted to get your take on what you felt was going on. And I guess we should put this on the record. We're waiting on Madam Court Reporter. But what did you feel about this situation? Or first of all, do you recall this situation?
Yes, I do recall the situation, Your Honor.
All right, and tell me what your feelings were about this situation. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor. So when I got there, I originally just assessed the scene in general, despite what DPD said. I got their initial report, went and spoke with Mr. Lopez, and immediately after that, went and spoke with the neighbor as well. But upon my evaluation of the dog, there was a lot of bruising on the underside. There was one gelatinous spot as well, but nothing indicated.
What is that? You got to put that in plain English for me. A
So,
gelatinous
injury
spot?
Yeah, so it was one spot that was soft to the touch, where it seems that something could have occurred traumatic as far as some sort of penetration, but there was nothing there to believe or lead me to believe that there was penetration by a BB or a bullet. But a lot of the bruising looked like it came from kind of almost like a car-based trauma, or like somebody hit the dog hard. But for you to sit and tell me, or Mr. Lopez to tell me at that point, hey, yeah, I did have my dog. I did notice the dog was injured. I put him in the van. I gave him some antibiotics and went to clean his room and then clean his wounds off. And then he pretty much defecates out of this hole. You knew that the dog was injured. You chose not to seek treatment or ask for help anywhere. You just left the dog there. So that's why I wanted to make the suggestion for the class and for him to go to the class and just hold off on the dog for a year so we can try to hold some accountability and responsibility in regards to it.
All right, let me understand what you're saying. Now, where was the dog when you came upon the dog?
The dog was deceased.
But where was it though?
Wrapped up in a blanket that he pulled, I believe, from somewhere around the house, or the outer skirts of the house. The dog was already deceased. He laid him on the front
Where
grass for
was
me to
the dog?
examine him.
Where was the position of the dog? Where outside, inside, in the backyard, and
Outside, he had him wrapped in a blanket and went to retrieve the blanket from wherever while I was talking with DPD, and I evaluated the dog right there on the front lawn.
the dog was on the front lawn?
Yeah, when he brought it to me, yes, he replaced it on the front lawn, Your Honor.
Where did he get the dog from?
Unknown at that time. Like I said, he could have brought it from inside the van or from the side of the house. But like I said, when he did bring it to me, it was wrapped and placed there in front of me. I unwrapped the dog and evaluated the dog at that time. And for a secondary opinion, I called Investigator Charleston during that time, who was an acting supervisor that day, just to make sure that I didn't overlook anything. I wanted a secondary opinion, and he came and gave his opinion too as well.
And what did, all right.
You just replaced this.
All right. Mr. Lopez, what is your situation now? You had a home.
Yes.
You were living out this van to save money on your heat bill and stuff.
Right.
What is your situation now? What is your position about a dog? What do you anticipate getting a dog anytime soon if the court allows you to?
No, because I agreed. When I called the police, the Detroit police told me if I want another one. I said no, because if that happened with those teenagers over there, shooting dogs and cats, it's better to not have one with me, because I don't know what they engage me.
Yeah, well, let's wait till we get this, so we can get this all on record and get you guys out of here.
Your Honor, if I may.
You may.
And the other part to that too is when I did speak to Mr. Lopez, he did inform me he did let the dog out to the bathroom at that time, just kind of let him out the front door. So nobody completely knows what happened. So that was part of the other issue that I had. I did not write him any citations for that. I just did for the obviously not getting the medical attention for the dog. But as the law stipulates, we're not supposed to just let dogs out to go to the bathroom. They're supposed to be leashed and monitored. So that was another thing that I did take into account.
Okay, so could the dog have been hit by a car?
What I believe, because when in the morning when I went to see grandma and come back, he was outside already with a hole over here.
You never witnessed a hole in the dog? Officer Maxwell?
No, Your Honor, I didn't witness a hold. As I stated previously, there was just one soft tissue spot, but there was no actual entry wound or any exit wound.
But you said this dog had been shot about 5 days or something, did you not?
When I called the police, I was like 4 or 5 days, something like that.
10 days of last year.
10 days.
Yes.
So after 10 days, you think that hole that would have covered up that wound there, Investigator Maxwell, if it was 10 days prior?
There should have been at least still some sort of remnants of a hole, but there would have definitely been an infection that had started, definitely from that area, which we would have been able to locate fairly well.
I don't know if it necessarily definitely would have been an infection.
An untreated wound, Your Honor, would have definitely led to an infection, because that BB would have been unsanitary, and if it would have been left inside, it would have started to cause an infection.
I don't know if we can make that determination, but that's not. We're still really waiting on the court work. Good morning, Mr. Phillips.
Good morning, Matt.
You know, what I think I'm going to do is just go ahead, and you entered into the agreement already for not having the dog for a year. I think I'm just going to go ahead and order that you not have a dog for a year. You indicated already that you have no plans on getting a dog anytime soon anyway.
Actually,
Pardon me?
actually, I got 3 more dogs, big dogs inside with an fence.
You have 3 dogs now?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And
One second, Your Honor.
I got a.
I just learned the other day that you're not allowed to have 2 more than 2 of the same kind of animal in your home now in the city of Detroit. So you can't have 3 dogs at one time? Is that true, Investigator Maxwell?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct. The city ordinance states that the limit is 2.
And then when was this? Was this a new amendment to the ordinance or a new change to the ordinance, or has that always been the case?
It was originally 4 until 2020, and then in 2021 they introduced it and put it out into Chapter 6.
I didn't know that. Well, that proposes a new issue.
Does, Your Honor,
Let's put it on the record.
I was just made aware of these, otherwise I wasn't aware beforehand.
What do you have to say?
And I got a neighbor on next to me, one door. When the dog got hit, I thought.
We're ready. All right. Let's go. Did we get anything on the record though? Let's call the city of Detroit. Give me the correct pronunciation of your name.
When the dog.
Give me the correct pronunciation of your name.
Abimelech.
Abimelech Lopez.
Fletes.
This is the city of Detroit versus Abimelech Lopez Fletes. Case number V13400-424, V13400-524. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr.
Not you, Mr. Berry. He's got to retain counsel.
Attorney Joey Phillips, P8081, on behalf of Mr. Lopez Fleites.
Ms. Mason, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Morning, Your Honor. Chiku Mason, City of Detroit, 43471.
And Officer Investigator Maxwell, good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Investigator Maxwell with Detroit Animal Control Badge number 23.
Good morning, all. So off the record, we had a kind of an extensive conversation. The parties were brought in, particularly Mr. Lopez was brought back because the court thought that it was based on hearing Mr. Lopez's side of the story about what happened with this dog that we're speaking of. I thought it was kind of a little bit harsh to say that he should not be able to own a dog for a year. I was certainly in line with taking the eBay class or whatever, some sort of dog class. And I'm told that class has been taken, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Miss Mason, did you get confirmation that class has been taken?
No, sir, I haven't gotten that, Your Honor. If they could send it over to me or over to the court, that would be great if they could send it to the court.
Yeah, the counsel is, these officers report, he indicates that he knows that his client has taken the class. And I wanted to get some understanding about, and from the investigator standpoint, about what he felt was going on. I was told by Mr. Lopez that Mr. Lopez felt that the neighbor shot the dog with a BB gun, correct?
Correct.
And that at that time, Mr. Lopez, while he has a home, he was living out of the car with the dog to save money on his heating bill and things like that. And that's just what he chose to do. And he indicated to the court back when we were here last time that, and I'm kind of drawing from my recollection, that he did take some steps to comfort the dog or to give the dog some basic medical attention on his own without any supervision. I think the people felt that he should have taken this dog to a hospital. He indicated that he was not in a position to be able to afford to do that at the time. And then subsequently, the dog passed away, right?
That's correct.
So Mr. Investigator Maxwell's come in, and I wanted to hear what he felt about the dog and the condition of the dog when he saw it, and whether he felt the dog had been shot at or something. And he indicated to the court that he felt that the dog pretty much has been going through some different type of traumas, right? Other than a BB gun. You indicated that the dog, when you examined the dog was deceased. The dog had multiple bruises around the dog's body, and that you felt, and correct me if I'm wrong, that the dog had been hit by some sort of vehicle. Is that correct?
Not necessarily that hit by a vehicle, but the trauma just was indicative of something of that nature, some sort of blunt force trauma. There was a lot of bruising to the underbelly. So the amount of bruising that occurred just meant something hard had happened, Your Honor.
All right. Now let me ask you this: did you notice any other dogs on the property of Mr. Lopez's?
Not at that time. When we had the discussion, he said that was the only dog he had.
Okay, now I'm just learning that Mr. Lopez says he's got 3 other dogs. What's going on with that?
They never asked me. Police never asked me. The Detroit police asked me if he had another dog. I said no, because with that little dog, always I carry him to work. He was my baby. I don't have no babies, and he was my baby.
So, what kind of other dogs do you have back there?
I got one. It's a big dog, 130 pounds. I rescued that dog from a guy in Flint. Did not take care of that dog because I used to have one in 2018, but passed away. And then I said, my friend used to live in Flint, and I used to go visit him.
Okay, so you have the one that's 130 pounds. You don't know.
Speak up. You got to speak up.
You don't know the breed of the 130 pound, right?
It's a bull mastiff.
Bull mastiff.
What's the other one?
And the other one is a bull mastiff also.
2 bull mastiffs.
3.
You got 3 bull mastiffs.
Yeah.
330-pound dogs.
One is baby, is one almost a year, and the mom is 2 years. And
Judge, if I may speak, Your Honor, the city prosecutor, Diachiku Mason 43471, and based upon what the defendant has previously stated as far as his financial issues, I think this even becomes more of a concern of taking care of 3 huge dogs, the amount of care, feeding, being under their control. Again, that's going to be an issue, and he's already indicated that he didn't even have the money to properly care for this previous dog. And now we're talking about 3 dogs that are going to take significant amounts of effort, time, and care under his care, custody, and control. So that's even more of a compelling reason.
Sounds like he's doing an all right job to take care of it. The dog is 130 pounds. I don't know if how much more care you need than that. And I'm what we're getting into then is, is essentially we're saying that poor people shouldn't have an animal. And I'm not gonna go and make that stretch. I'm just not gonna go there. We're gonna stick with whether this dog was neglected in that Mr. Lopez should not be able to have any other dogs for a whole nother year based on on his actions or lack thereof with the dog that passed away. Where were these dogs, the 3 dogs that you have now? Were they on the property when the police came and an officer and the investigator came? They were at your house at that time?
It was inside, yeah.
Inside the house?
Inside and outside, you know, they go outside, I open the door always.
Did you have Mr. Investigator Maxwell? Did you have an opportunity to go around the property at all to see if there was any other animals on the property, or your focus was just strictly on the dog that you had in front of you?
No, Your Honor, I did not have an opportunity to go around the property. Of course, my investigation was in regards to the deceased animal on property.
Exactly. So if I do order you not to have any animals, what's going to happen with these other 3 animals?
Well, that's a conversation I need to have with my client, Your Honor, because like I said, today's the first day I'm hearing there were other animals that he has control of.
Why don't we pass this matter? You talk to your client. I haven't made a decision on what I'm going to do yet with that. Pass the matter. I would like to see the condition of these other dogs.
Understood, Your Honor.
I would like to see the condition of these other dogs. Because if the other dogs are emaciated and things like that, it doesn't sound like at least one of them is. But that's just what you tell me. Then you may not need to have an animal for a whole nother year. I really brought this to this because I didn't think that, based on what Mr. Lopez's story of how he obtained that little dog was somebody, your family member's dog or something that they couldn't take care of. He indicated that he took the dog to work with them every day. I didn't think that Mr. Lopez did anything to the dog himself to put the dog in that condition.
Right.
I do understand that he probably should have tried to find the resources to take the dog to the hospital, but I think that owning no animals for a whole year is kind of like a real difficult, a harsh penalty. So let's pass the matter, talk to him about those other dogs and see if we can find out. Investigator Maxwell, if you want to stick around, you can, and you're more than welcome to. But I got your position, and I don't need to know any more about that situation. We're just going to give him and his counsel an opportunity to talk. I do want to hear what's going more about these other 3 dogs that you have. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, pass them out. All right. It's back up now.
Yeah, I'm gonna straighten this up.
Okay. All right. Let's go with Zamora.
Vamos a continuar con el caso del señor Zamora.
Sí, buenos días.
Hello, good morning.
All right, good morning.
¿Está bien? Buenos días.
This is the city of Detroit versus Ariello Zamora, case number SP 1559437, counts 1, 2, and 3, and SP 1568391. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry.
Este es el caso de la ciudad de Detroit contra el señor Aurelio Zamora, número de caso SP 155-943-7, cargos 1, 2 y 3, y SP 155-338-981. Sus comparecencias, por favor, para que consten en el acta.
Elwood S. Berry, Jr., on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Zamora.
Aurelio Zamora.
Representando al acusado, por favor, señor Zamora, diga su nombre para que conste en el acta.
Aurelio Zamora.
Aurelio Zamora.
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 Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, my client would waive the reading of the information and stand mute.
Su señoría, para los propósitos de la lectura de cargo, mi cliente va a ceder la lectura formal de los mismos y va a permanecer en silencio.
We'll enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. We'll give your client a $0 bond. We really need to get an updated offer for your client because there's 2 other cases that are on the docket that are not on the docket.
Yo voy a introducir una declaración de no culpabilidad en su nombre y voy a imponer una multa de $0. Tenemos que esperar una oferta actualizada, ya que hay 2 casos que no están incluidos en la lista de causas.
Mr. Zamora, have you been here before?
Señor Zamora, ¿usted ha estado aquí antes?
Sí.
Yes.
Have you done community service in here before?
¿Usted ha hecho horas de servicio comunitario en esta corte anteriormente?
No, porque ustedes me dieron el número de un señor Botello, pero me dijo que no tenía que hacer horas. Tenía que
No,
mejor
because you gave me the name of Mr. Botello, but they told me that I didn't have to do any hours.
Do you have a valid driver's license?
Señor, ¿usted tiene una licencia válida de conducir?
Sí.
Yes. Yes.
All right, look this license up, please.
Por favor, chequee su licencia.
Let's also call into the record SP 1512769, counts 1, 2, and 3.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, can you repeat, please? I'm sorry.
SP 1512769, counts 1, 2, and 3.
Vamos a llamar también, thank you, Your Honor. Vamos a llamar también para que consten en el acta los casos SP 151, 27, 69, cargos 1, 2 y 3.
Let's pass the matter. We're going to look the license up.
Y vamos a pasar el caso mientras que chequeamos su licencia, señor.
Ok, perfecto.
Ok, thank you. Espere allí.
All right, let's call the city of Detroit versus Matthew D. Grant Gunn, case number SP 10552261. Hearing for the record, please.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Chair Harris on behalf of Mr. Gunn.
All right, state your name for the record, Mr. Gunn.
Matthew Gunn.
All right, today is the date and time set for arraignment on the bench warrant. Go ahead, counsel.
For purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
We'll enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. We'll give your client a $0 bond. Mr. Gunn, do you have a valid driver's license?
No, not right now.
The offer is going to be failure to display, $240 fine. If he wants to do community service, since you're going to be with me anyway, Mr. Gunn, you can have the option of doing community service 12 hours. You can get an allowance that will not abstract to the Secretary of State. It will not carry any points, and we'll dismiss the case upon completion of 12 hours of community service. If you want to just pay, then it's going to be a failure to display, which will abstract to the Secretary of State, and it won't have to carry any points though. You have an absolute right to a trial, Mr. Gunn. I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Harris, have a conversation with her, okay?
Okay.
Join the room, please.
Thank you.
We have accidents with prison. Mr. Hadley, we're waiting on the license. First of all, do you want to do some community service to clear this stuff up? Some of this stuff up? Mr. Hadley?
Yes.
You gotta unmute yourself. Let me send you a prompt.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning to you.
Good morning. What I was saying.
Mhm.
What I was saying was I never stopped in front of a fire hydrant even after they pulled me over. But I got a lady.
You're talking about, now let me stop.
I handed the lady some change.
Let me stop you right quick. You're talking about the facts of the case, maybe. I'm thinking
All right.
that this is not the time for that right now.
No, I didn't do the charges. What I'm saying is I didn't do those charges. That's why I got like 5 charges. And I never stopped in front of a fire hydrant. I could take pictures of the scene. That never happened. What I'm charged with never happened.
You're not gonna listen to me. All right, so here's the deal. You have a case already set for trial on the 29th of August, right?
Yes.
All right, so what I'll do is I will put all of these other cases on that same date. And that will be the date. That will be the date that you can come in and you can challenge and contest those charges.
Why would I have all those cases in those 2 different incidents? Why would I put those together, sir? I don't understand
Because it's judicial economy. Because you can, instead of having multiple different court dates and multiple different attorneys talking, you can have one attorney and one court date, and you can get a resolution on all of it on one day.
But one of them is for trial. This is I'm automatically going to trial for this.
Well, if the one you're telling me about that you're in front of me, you're telling me you didn't do it. So automatically you're gonna go to trial on it.
But is the officer there?
I can't hear your side without having to hear the officer's side.
I want to hear the officer's side.
That's what I'm trying to give you a trial date and put that other stuff on a trial date. So the officer,
don't have to appear in court? The officer don't have to be in court right now?
Not today. This is just an arraignment. The officer won't have to be there unless the court schedules a trial date. The officer's doesn't even have to be there on a pre-trial date.
Well.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Zamora.
Volvamos para que conste en el acta el caso del señor Zamora.
I have a valid driver's license for Mr. Zamora.
Yo tengo una licencia de conducir válida para del señor Zamora.
Sí.
So, Mr. Berry, we're going to have to still get an updated offer, and I'll give you the charges the allegations that remain, minus the improper license.
Señor Berry, por lo tanto, aún tenemos que obtener una oferta al día de parte de la Fiscalía y le voy a decir entonces cuáles son los cargos ahora y empezando por hoy, placas inapropiadas.
Okay.
That's open alcohol in a motor vehicle passenger, Mr. Berry. A no insurance misdemeanor, an improper license, an improper plate misdemeanor, no proof of insurance civil infraction, no valid registration civil infraction, and an improper display of plate civil infraction.
Judge, this is the city prosecutor on the off docket.
1 second, please. 1 second. Let her interpret.
Señor Berry, tenemos lo siguiente, se los voy a dar entonces a ustedes. Contenedor de alcohol abierto en el lugar del pasajero, no tener seguro, delito menor, no las placas inapropiadas, delito menor, no tener seguro, una infracción civil, no tener registro, una infracción civil, y inapropiado exposición de las placas, una infracción civil. Disculpe, señora Mason, deje que ella interprete.
Judge, for the record, Dia Chiku Mason, City of Detroit, 43471.
Su señoría, para que conste en el acta, la fiscal Chiku Mason, número 43471.
On the off docket charges, willing to dismiss all except the open passenger. Translate.
En los casos que no están en la lista de causas para hoy, la fiscalía está ofreciendo el desestimarlos todos, menos el de el contenedor de alcohol abierto en el lugar de pasajero.
Okay. ¿Y eso qué es lo que tengo que hacer?
And what do I have to do about that?
The offer is going to be 12 hours of community service. There will be 2 points on your license, an alcohol-related offense on your license. You have an absolute right to a trial. I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Mr. Berry.
Do you want me to say that here or in the
You can say it in the breakout room. You can say it in the
thank you.
Join the breakout.
Señor Zamora, por favor, vaya a la sala de consulta privada cuando vea la invitación y iremos con su abogado y él le va a explicar lo que el juez acaba de decir. Por favor, únase a la sala de consulta privada.
¿Me puede permitir un momentito, por favor?
Can you allow me just a minute, please? Ve ahí, lo ve ahí enfrente. Ve el llamado. ¿Lo ve? ¿No ve un llamado? ¿No ve algo en su pantalla? Don't you see the invitation in your screen? Okay. Thank you.
Let's pass that matter. Let's go back on the record with Gunn. Gunn, I'm giving you an opportunity to speak to counsel. Counsel, what's your client want to do?
Your Honor, we're just respectfully requesting an adjourned pretrial date. Mr. Gunn is actually taking his road test today.
Pretrial, Mr. Gunn, is going to be the 16th of September 2024 at 8:30, all right?
Yes, thank you.
Have a good day, sir. Best of luck to you.
You as well. Thank you very much.
This is the city of Detroit versus Shannon Alberta Hadley. Case number is SP 1576592, counts 1, 2, and 3, and SP 1576593, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris, on behalf of Mr. Hadley, please state your name for the record.
Who is that on behalf of me?
Lawyer Sherika Harris.
I've never met her.
You about to meet her. Do you want to talk? Do you want a lawyer or not?
Yes, I would like to talk to her. I'm just saying she appeared on record. I never knew she was on record for me.
Okay, then we have 2 lawyers every day for people that don't have the lawyers for themselves, that don't bring in a retained lawyer. So either if you want to speak to her, she's a very good lawyer. All right.
No,
so
I want to
state your
I
name,
never.
state your name for the record, Mr. Hadley.
Shannon Hadley.
All right, today is the date and time set for arraignment, Ms. Harris.
For purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
Enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf, give your client a $0 bond. So the conversation that Mr. Hadley and I had off the record was that Mr. Hadley was trying to give me a defense basically to the charges that he's alleged to have done. And I saw when I looked up Mr. Hadley's name that he has a trial date for August the 29th on another charge in front of Judge Milhouse. And essentially, Mr. Hadley was saying that he didn't do what they said he did. And I told Mr. Hadley that we were going to assign these cases to Judge Milhouse's and set a trial date on all of them at the same time. Mr. Hadley was under the belief, I believe, and he's shaking his head, but he's under the belief that the officer is supposed to be here on the allegations that he has in front of me today. And I explained to Mr. Hadley that the only way that we're going to get the officer in here is to set a trial date. And the fact that he told me that he did not do this, we would have to set a trial date. So I'm going to put you in the breakout room with Mr. Hadley so that Mr. Hadley, you and him can have a conversation, and maybe you can explain it to him a little bit better than I can, so that, and he can ask you whatever kind of questions as it relates to this as he needs to get answers to. All right?
All right.
All right. So I'm going to put you in a breakout room with Ms. Harris. Join the room and let us know what you want to do when you come out. We can either get you an offer on this, or you can set a trial date and you'll touch Ms. Harris.
Judge, as a housekeeping matter, prosecutor stepping away for a moment.
Miss Barrett, good morning to you.
Hello?
Miss Barrett, are you there?
You said Garrett or Barrett?
Barrett, I'm sorry. I have you, and you're in line, Mr. Garrett. All right.
Okay, there we go.
Ortega.
Ortega. Está presente Ortega.
Williams. Ortega.
Williams Ortega. Está presente Irbe Williams Ortega.
On the phone at 810-336-7852. Good morning to you. What's your name?
Michael Wigington, Your Honor.
Michael Wigington?
Correct, Your Honor.
Good morning to you. I don't see you on my docket. Give me the spelling of your last name.
Wiginton.
Michael Wayne Wigington?
Michael Wayne Wigington, Your Honor.
Right. How can we help you?
All right, I think I actually do have the wrong number, Your Honor.
Yeah, I don't see anything in the system for you at all.
I just found the paperwork. I am really sorry, Your Honor. I have to call another number.
That's all right. Have a great day, sir.
Yes, sir. You too.
Mr. Patel, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Littleton, you're here on Littleton?
Yes, I sent an email to you with the order already. I don't know why that last this one case that's before you today hasn't been closed out. But he completed the action plan and all the other cases were taken care of.
Where's Mr. Littleton?
He is not in, but we normally tell folks if they've completed their action plan that they don't have, or they've completed the hearing, they don't have to appear at their subsequent or the previously scheduled, because it should have been taken care of and off your docket. But
this is a review case.
Yeah.
Let me get the file right quick. Littleton.
Surreal.
Yeah, it's real. And this is the case that's on there, so I'm gonna dismiss it.
It was a plea deal though. I'm from 2013.
A plea to this one case, right?
Yeah, I believe he only pled to that one case. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he completed this, so this order, it says dismiss the cases.
For adjudicated cases, we can't dismiss them. We can only close with improvement. Since a plea was taken on the record. So we can do it for any defaulted case or anything like that, but we can't undo a guilty plea.
All right, so we're gonna just close out, right?
Correct.
With improvement?
Yes, Your Honor. And Your Honor, I just want to put on the record as well that he had mentioned you in the.
Let's call the case. This is the City of Detroit versus Terrell Javon Littleton, case number SB 151-82202. Put your appearance on the record, Mr. Patel, please.
Your Honor, Jay Patel, P65385 for Mr. Littleton.
All right, go ahead. You can make your record, Mr. Patel.
Thank you, Your Honor. On 6/27 of this year, Mr. Littleton graduated from the Street Outreach Court Detroit program and received an order from this acknowledging his graduation, completion of his action plan and graduation from the program. In response to that, the order allows for any adjudicated cases to have a waiver of any court fines and warrant fees, closure of the case with improvement, waiver of any local portion of the SOS fee, and commission of an updated abstract to the Secretary of State. Unfortunately, the order wasn't entered in time between now and this review date, so we ask that the court enter the relief as stipulated in the order. And also, I'd like to just state for the record, for Your Honor, that he did mention you and your referral to the program as being very helpful at that moment in his life.
All right, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to be able to have the wherewithal and to be able to have the staff that has the wherewithal to be able to kind of spot these. I'm grateful for you and the work that you and your team does to help these individuals get on a better path. And I'm happy to be able to close this matter out with improvement and tell Mr. Lewis and congratulations. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Nothing further. Have a very good day, Mr. Patel. Best of luck to you, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, sir.
Good morning, Judge. Melita Barrett. I just wanted to check in on case 2. I had Gloria Moulton, and I also had Sayana Lunn. I haven't seen them.
Sayana who?
Lunn, Lunn.
Okay, Sayana Lunn, I haven't seen yet. Moulton, I don't see on the docket at all.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
But I don't see any of them yet. So we'll if they come, then we'll see.
Oh no, Gloria Moulton Lewis, Judge.
I don't see a Moulton Lewis or a Lewis at all.
Okay. All right, I'll double check that date. All right. I'll probably come back then.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. This is the city of Detroit. The 248. That is that's Terrence Garrett. All right, this is
Your
the
Honor,
city of
Mr. Ortega is now here from
yeah, he is back. He's back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's back. This is the city of Detroit versus Williams Ortega, case number SP 158200032. Mr. Ortega, good morning to you. State your name for the record, please.
Se llama el caso de la ciudad de Detroit versus Williams Yerbey Ortega. Número de caso SP158200032. Por favor, diga su nombre para que conste en el acta.
William Yerbey Villamizar Ortega.
William Yerbey Ortega.
William Yerbey Villamizar Ortega.
William Yerbey Villamizar Ortega.
Villa. Sí, señora.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, today is the date and time. Good morning to you. Today is the date and time set for a review in the matter. You were ordered to do 12 hours of community service. I see that you completed those 12 hours of community service. We thank you for that. And for that, we're going to dismiss your case, okay?
Buenos días usted, señor. Este es el día y esta es la hora que habíamos fijado para tener una revisión de su caso. Yo le había ordenado a usted que cumpliera 12 horas de servicio comunitario y veo aquí que usted las ha cumplido. Le quiero dar las gracias y reconociendo eso, desestimamos a su caso.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Have a very good day. Best of luck.
Que tenga usted muy buen día y buenísima suerte.
Gracias, igualmente.
Thank you. I wish you the same.
All right, have a great day.
Que tenga un día muy bueno.
Igual.
Thank you. Am I ready now?
You're ready? You're free to leave.
Sí, ya se puede desconectar.
All right. Let's go back on the record with Mr. Hadley. Mr. Hadley, you understand what's going on now, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right, do you have any other question you have, any issue you have?
No, sir.
All right. What are we gonna do?
Your Honor,
Go ahead.
we do need trial dates. He indicates that he does have an attorney appointed. I guess my question for the court is, would that attorney be assigned to these cases as well?
I would think so. You know, he needs to be able to, I think that would be the best thing to do. He already has a relationship with that attorney. He's already spoken with them. These allegations are basically centered. The more serious one is the driver's license revoked. Is the same as the other charge that he has. I think any capable attorney is going to be able to deal with both of them. So I don't see any reason to disrupt that.
Okay, because the concern is discovery needs to be received by that attorney. And I'm not sure who that attorney is, but if the court could notate on the file that he does have an appointed attorney so that attorney can be assigned to these cases, it would be appreciated.
Let me check the system and see if the attorney is signed up on there. Mr. Hadley, do you know the attorney that you're dealing with?
If you bear with me for 1 second, I'm gonna try and see if I can locate it.
Matthew Dupree. Matthew Dupree. Yeah, he can handle. He's a very good lawyer. He can handle any of this stuff, right? He shouldn't have a problem taking care of this stuff. You can let Mr. Dupree know that you have some more cases that are going to go along with that, and I don't see any. I really don't see that he won't be able to deal with all of this. So you need Mr. Dupree's number.
He texts me. Like he'd text me and let me know when the court date was coming and stuff like that. He did text me and send me the footage of the body cam of the previous case that we are going to court on. But that's what I was saying. Will this new body cam get here in time before that trial date?
Yeah, I'm sure he can get all of that. No problem. It's not until August the 29th. Text Mr. Dupree, and he'll know what to do if it doesn't. Text Mr. Dupree now. Let him know that you have these other cases that are going to go along with that, and he should be able to know exactly what to do. He's got plenty of time to get whatever he needs to get. Any other questions, sir?
No.
All right. If there's nothing further, have a very good day.
What happened to the attorney? I didn't see it.
All right. That'll conclude that hearing. All right. Best of luck. All right. Reyes Nahara.
Se llama el caso de Lorena Reyes.
Sorry. Señora Nájera, I didn't, sorry, Your Honor, I was in mute. Señora Reyes Nájera, por favor, abra su micrófono.
Well, we have Zamora. You have Zamora. Let's go back on the record with Zamora.
Ok, usted tiene Zamora. Vamos otra vez con Zamora para que conste en el acta.
Mr. Berry, I've given you an opportunity to speak with your client. What's your client want to do?
Señor Berry, yo le di la oportunidad de hablar con su cliente. ¿Qué desea hacer su cliente?
Your Honor, he's prepared to enter a plea to the offer, stands ready to do community service.
Su señoría, mi cliente está dispuesto a aceptar la oferta y está dispuesto a hacer las horas de servicio comunitario.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Zamora?
Señor Zamora, ¿esto es lo que usted quiere hacer? Señor Zamora, por favor, abra su micrófono y ponga su video. Señor Zamora, abra micrófono.
Okay.
Here he is, Your Honor. Señor Zamora, ¿eso es lo que usted desea hacer?
Sí.
Yes.
You want guilty to open alcohol in motor vehicle passenger service?
Señor, ¿usted quiere declararse culpable del cargo de tener un contenedor de alcohol abierto en el lugar del pasajero?
Sí.
Yes.
All right, can you raise your right hand, please?
Está bien, señor. Por favor, levante su mano derecha.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
¿Usted jura decir la verdad, solo la verdad y nada más que la verdad? ¿Jura o afirma?
Sí.
Yes.
Or you put your hand down.
¿Puede bajar su mano?
You understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
¿Usted entiende que la máxima ofensa, el máximo castigo para este tipo de ofensa podría ser de hasta 93 días de cárcel y o hasta $500 de multa? ¿Entiende?
Sí.
Yes.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
¿Y usted entiende que usted tiene absolutamente el derecho de ir a un juicio?
No. No. No quiero ir a juicio.
I don't want to go to trial.
You understand that you have that right?
Señor, ¿usted entiende que usted tiene el derecho de ir a juicio si así quisiera?
Sí.
Yes.
Mr. Berry went over your other advice or rights in the breakout room, did he not?
Y mientras que estaba en la sala de consulta privada con su abogado le dejó saber los derechos que usted tenía sobre ese juicio. ¿Es correcto?
Sí. Sí.
Yes, yes.
You understood those rights?
¿Y usted entendió esos derechos?
Sí.
Yes.
Any questions about those rights?
¿Alguna pregunta acerca de esos derechos?
No.
No.
You know, by taking this deal, you're going to give those rights up?
¿Y usted entiende que tomando este acuerdo que le están ofreciendo, usted está renunciando a esos derechos?
Entiendo.
I understand.
You do understand?
¿Entiende?
Sí.
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
¿Alguien le ofreció cualquier o alguna otra cosa aparte de lo que hemos estado hablando aquí?
No.
No.
All right, let me draw your attention back to April the 1st, 2024 at around 1:43 p.m. in the area of Dix and State and Stair Street in the city of Detroit. Did you have an occasion on that day to come encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Señor, déjeme llevar su atención al lugar el lugar y la hora de los hechos, que fue el 1 de abril de 2024 a las 1:33 de la tarde en las inmediaciones de Dix State y Stair Street en la ciudad de Detroit. Ese día, ese lugar y esa hora, ¿usted lo paró un oficial de policía?
Sí.
Yes.
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
¿Y usted estaba manejando un vehículo?
Sí.
Yes.
No. Were you in a motor vehicle? I'm sorry.
Sorry?
Was he in a motor vehicle?
Oh, perdón, ¿estaba usted dentro de un vehículo?
Sí.
Yes.
Did the officer, did you have some alcohol in that motor vehicle?
Señor, y el oficial, no, señor, ¿usted tenía alcohol en ese vehículo? ¿Había alcohol en ese vehículo?
Era un bote vacío.
It was an empty can, an empty container.
You can't get found guilty for having an empty container.
Usted no puede ser encontrado culpable si usted lo que tenía era un contenedor vacío.
Entiendo.
I understand.
All right, so we're going to send this off to the alphabet judge.
Señor, entonces vamos a mandar este caso, se lo vamos a mandar al juez que le toca según, alfabéticamente, según su apellido.
For the trial, you're going to have to let the other attorney know in the other courtroom when I give you the court date that you didn't have any alcohol in that. It was an empty container.
Señor, entonces cuando le toque el abogado que le va a tocar en el juez que le vamos a mandar, usted tiene que explicarle a ese abogado que el contenedor que había en el vehículo estaba vacío.
Sí.
El contenedor de alcohol estaba vacío.
All right. The next court date is going to be in front of Judge Taylor on September the 9th, strike that, September the 10th, 2024 at 8:35.
Your Honor, do you have the Zoom ID for her?
Yes. The Zoom ID is going to be 360-337-0000, and that'll be a pre-trial.
Pre-trial, okay, thank you. Señor Zamora, anote por favor, su comparecencia va a ser ante el juez Taylor, T-A-Y-L-O-R, T-A-Y-L-O-R, Taylor. ¿Anotó?
Taylor, sí.
Ok, el número con el que se tiene que anotar es 360
360
337
337.
0000.
Ok.
Y se tiene que anotar, ese es el día 10 de septiembre.
10 de septiembre.
10 de septiembre. A las 8:35 de la mañana.
Ok.
¿Lo anotó, señor Zamora?
Permítame.
Por favor. Did you take a note, Mr. Zamora? Allow me, please. ¿Ya lo anotó?
A ver, dígame otra vez.
¿Qué le digo? What do you want me to
Septiembre 10,
repeat?
¿verdad?
September 10, yes, you're right. September 10, yes, September 10.
Ok.
Ok.
Sí, gracias, que tenga buen día.
Yes, thank you. Have a good day.
Have a great day.
Señor, que tenga excelente día.
Igualmente.
Same to you.
Okay, what I'm going to do now is I am going to allow the attorneys to speak with the individual defendants in order, and I have them in the order that they came in. Because I need to go down and, yeah, I need to go down and cover someone else's docket momentarily. But you can work everything out, and then I'll just take it, next up, you can write this order down, please. Next
Está
up
bien,
is
lo que vamos a hacer ahorita es que las personas que están aquí hablen con sus respectivos abogados, porque yo tengo que ir a cubrir a otro juez. Okay, Your Honor, I just have Lorena Reyes Nájera and...
Yes, that's going to be the first. Go ahead, Ms. Harris. You have something to say?
I was just going to say, could you let them know that as you call their name, they'll get a prompt to go into a breakout room, because that might be the easiest way for us to keep them in order.
Okay.
Señoras y señores, tan pronto cuando oigan su nombre, por favor estén pendientes, porque van a recibir una invitación para unirse a una sala de consulta privada. Por favor estén pendientes y aprieten ahí para que vayan a la sala de consulta privada. Gracias.
Okay, Lorena Reyes Nahara.
Lorena Reyes Nájera.
You get a prompt, join the breakout room, please.
Señora, por favor, está recibiendo, señora Navarro, Reyes, está recibiendo la invitación para ir a la sala de consulta privada. I guess she's there.
Bernard Latin II.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Join the breakout room. You're gonna be next after Mr. Lara. Somebody's gonna be in there to talk to you, all right?
All right, good.
Armani Grant.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna be up after Mr. Latin. Somebody's gonna be in there and talk to you. Well, Terrence Garrett.
I'm sorry. It sent me to the breakout room.
Yeah, join it. Just wait in there, and the lawyer's gonna be in the. I'm taking in the order that you guys came in, so they'll be in there to talk to you. All right.
Okay.
You're not gonna lose your spot.
Okay. I thought I did the wrong thing. I'm sorry.
Riel Shamley.
Yes.
Join the breakout room. Santiago Aringa.
Señor Santiago Arriaga, por
Arriaga.
favor, únase a la sala de consulta privada. Santiago
Fred
Arriaga.
Gary. Guzman Perez.
Gilman Pérez, por favor, ponga su video y vaya a la sala de consulta privada, va a encontrar la invitación. Ok. Señor Gitman Pérez, por favor, vaya a la sala de consulta privada.
Manuel Elio Ojeda.
Manuel Eloy Ojeda. Vaya a la sala de consulta privada.
Ok.
Y espere allí por su abogado y la intérprete.
Daniel Gunn.
Daniel Glenn.
Daniel Quinn, sorry. Daniel Quinn.
Yep, that's me. Gwen or Glenn?
Daniel Quinn.
Yep, I'm here.
Then Sada Kama left. Grant already called. Then it's Daniel Glenn.
Yeah, that's me. I'm here.
And that should do it. All right, let's finish up.
Your Honor, sorry, Your Honor. I cannot get to go to the breakout room.
Yeah, well, I'll give you privileges, but I think that Mr. Berry or Miss Harris will call you in. So the one you can start with Lorena Reyes breakout room 2.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
May I do evens, Ms. Harris?
That's fine. Yep, that works.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Lopez. Did you talk to Miss Mason?
I did, Your Honor, yes.
All right. I'm trying to figure out the best resolution.
So I know the court said that they would like to know about the condition of the dogs. My client is indicating these dogs are in the condition that he stated earlier, they're 130 pounds, well maintained. I have no proof of that present today. I've spoken to my client about a couple of options, that he could either surrender the animals or that he had the opportunity, if he wished, that he could just withdraw his plea and we could take this case to trial. Based off our conversations, Mr. Lopez, is it not correct that you wish to just surrender the 3 bull mastiffs?
Yes,
You're gonna give the dogs up?
yes.
Unless the court would consider no new animals.
Well, I'm trying to do that. You know, that's why I wanted to see the condition of his animals. Did you talk to Miss Mason about this issue about them wanting to surrender the animals? Did you talk to her about
Yes,
that?
and we came to an agreement on that end that if you did surrender them, that the people would be willing to reduce that 12-month period down to 6 months with no animals. Or if the court wants to see the condition, we obviously would have to adjourn from today because I do not have any evidence of that, nor does my client.
And how will we verify the conditions right now?
I could either go see the animals and report back as an officer of the court, or if they want to do an investigation on that end, they can. I have some concerns given the new ordinance that's in the city of Detroit. So
how old are these animals?
The rescue one, older one is, I think 13.
Run the room. You didn't get any of that? All right, let's go back on the record. So we've talked about with Mr. Lopez, we've talked about what, you know, I just, you know, I get it. I get it. Pets are a part of people's families. And I get the people's side. We have to make sure that these pets are very well taken care of as best as we can. Do you have any other kids? Are you single?
Single.
No kids, just you? I just feel that it's now, if there was some neglect, serious neglect, which, yeah, you know, I think the record kind of says that it is some sort of neglect. I just don't want to, in the sense that, let's say the neglect comes in the sense that you did not take the dog to the hospital. I believe that you tried to care for the dog. I believe that you tried to care for the dog. Investigator Maxwell.
Yes, Your Honor.
What about the dog? Was the dog seem to be pretty well nourished?
I would have to go back and look at the photos, Your Honor. The dog was a smaller breed dog with a little more hair. So I'd have to go back and double check the photos.
For the record, Your Honor, Dia Chiku Mason, I'm looking at the photos right now. And as a dog owner and as an officer of the court, the dog was in bad condition. I'm looking at the photos right now.
Yeah, I don't think that's any doubt. As far as condition, he did say the dog was bruised up and stuff. So I'm not saying. What about the dog? Did the dog seem to be fed? Or we're talking about the injuries being 10 days. What about the pictures of the dog? Do you think the dog was being fed properly?
Again, Your Honor, I'd have to look at the photos.
I'm talking to Ms. Mason. Yeah, I'm talking to Ms. Mason. She's looking at the photo.
Judge, these pictures are the dog is in such horrendous condition. It's almost like analogous to looking at a body after 10 days of being dead and then saying, were they, you know, you can't tell. The dog, I can't tell if this dog was being fed or not. I mean, is he like malnutrition down to the bones? I can tell the court and attest to the court looking at the pictures, he is not fed down, he's not bones. Bones are not showing.
How long was the dog dead for?
1 day, Your Honor.
1 day.
The same day that he called. March 8th.
Yeah, he passed in the morning and I called the police like 1 hour after.
Louder.
I called the police when he passed, like 45 minutes after. I was crying and then
You know what kills me is that I had a piece of property that the tenant left a dog dead on the property. And I called the Humane Society to remove the dog. And they told me to put the dog on the curb, that they don't come out and do that.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's a whole nother another issue. Yeah, I want to see the condition of these dogs.
Okay.
I do. Wanted to see the condition of these dogs, because that may be and if you're willing to do that, I don't want to force you to do that, but if you're willing to do that, I'll accept your representation as officer court. Maybe you can take some pictures of the dog. How old are the dogs? Go ahead. I cut you off.
The old one is almost 14, I believe.
14 years old?
Yeah, he's very old because I raised him 5 years ago.
Okay, what are the other ages of the dogs?
And the other one is the 2 years.
Both of them are 2 years old?
I think it's almost 3 years, the female. And the other one is the baby one is 1 and 3 months, 4 months.
Investigator Maswell, would you want to go along and check out the condition of the dogs as well?
Absolutely, Your Honor. Absolutely.
And Judge, if I may, it's not only the condition of the dogs, it's the condition of the environment as well, that we're also looking at. So we're looking at not just the dog, but the whole conditions. And I think Investigator Maxwell, these are things that an expert who's been out there, who knows this through their experience, is a better judge at attesting to the situation. Not an attorney.
That's why I've included Investigator Maxwell, and maybe you can coordinate something with Investigator Maxwell, and you both meet out there at the same time. I appreciate you taking that extra step to do that, and I definitely appreciate Investigator Maxwell, even though I didn't have to ask Investigator Maxwell. He wants to go see anyway. All right, so why don't we do that? You're going to have to come in compliance with the ordinance, whatever the case may be. As far as have these dogs been vaccinated? And all right,
I vaccinated, yeah.
And they have a dog license?
No,
So you're going to have to get into compliance.
So that's why, based off the discussion, he was willing to surrender. Yeah.
So if I may, Your Honor.
That's why he was willing to surrender. Yeah.
As far as vaccinations go, the rabies vaccine, even if it gets administered by him, will not be recognized by the city of Detroit or the state unless it's done by a licensed veterinarian.
I know that. And then he's going to have to know that. But you know all of this. You hear all of this. You've taken the class. I want you to go back. When can you think you can we come back on September? Let's come back on January 31st. I mean, July 31st. If that's good with their schedule and Officer Maxwell. So coordinate something before July 31st. Is July 31st good with your schedule, Investigator Maxwell?
Negative, Your Honor. I'll be out of the country visiting my wife and child.
Okay, so that's not good with either. What about September the 16th?
I'm free then, Your Honor.
That day works.
September the 16th, 2024 at 8:30. All right.
Your Honor, if I may, if the attorney could come up to my office with his contact information so that I can pass it on to Attorney Maxwell. I mean, to Investigator Maxwell.
And then if the dogs are surrendered, then even if you decide that that's going to be an option, you'll let you and your attorney work that out. I think you got some more counsel that you need from him anyway, as it relates to making sure these dogs are in compliance and everything too. All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can the attorney come up to my office, Judge?
Yes, I'll come up.
Okay.
Thank you, Investigator Maxwell, for your professional insight and for that you taking the time out and coming in as well, so you can shine. I appreciate your input on that. All right.
Your Honor, thank you. Appreciate it.
What's your first name, Investigator Maxwell?
Markel, Your Honor.
Markel. All right. All right. So everybody's going to coordinate that date. You know what's going to happen. The attorney's going to be able to bring you up if you have any questions. Nothing further. Have a very good day. Best of luck to all of you.
Thank you.
Be safe out there, Investigator Maxwell.
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a great one.
All right. I'm gonna be in recess. All right.
Thank you.
Sir.
No.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay. I got the date. I'll just.
Okay.
Thank you.
I saw you coming in today. Oh.
Ms. Mason, can I see you in 4 or wherever you wish?
Just 1 minute. I'm in the other courtroom. I'll be right with you, Attorney Barry.
Okay.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Right. Sir, am I supposed to be on this call?
Who are you?
Brielle.
Yeah, you're supposed to be in breakout room 6.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Attorney Barry, breakout room 4. I'm there. I'm going.
Okay.
¿Cómo lo llamo?
Por favor. Salir de este ya. No, Chale llave, chale llave. Estábamos que me diga que lo van a atender primero. ¿Cómo hago para llamarme ahora a la corte? No, esto se me va a vencer. Y si se me llega a apagar el teléfono y quedo así, ¿qué me pasaría? Pues nada, usted puede llamar a la corte diciendo que se le murió el dispositivo. Ahí va, que falta, bueno. Eso son vitaminas que no va a tirar el bote al vidrio. Yo no sé qué es. Tiene hambre, el pobrecito. No sabía yo que esto era así. Por Dios, que te lo juro que me estresó más que me ha parado la migración. Está estresante.
Okay, Ms. Harris, are we ready on the lines?
Yes, we are. I'm moving them out of the breakout rooms now.
Let's get Terrence Garrett out so we can, I got him out. All right. You talk to Garrett?
I did.
All right, let's call that one. City of Detroit versus Terrence Tashar Garrett. Case number SP 1253512, counts 2 and counts 3. SP 1283970, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris, on behalf of Mr. Garrett, please state your name for the record.
Garrett. Today is the date and time set for arraignment on the bench warrant. Go ahead, Tom.
For purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
You are not guilty on this behalf of $0 bond. You want a trial date, right, Mr. Garrett?
I just got a couple questions. If I do the community service, I'm only going to be stuck with what, 6 and 4 points?
I don't know. I don't know what the offer is.
The offer was reducing a reckless driving that he said he didn't recall, or that he gave information that seemingly suggested not guilty. We went through this in terms of its 6 points. It would be reduced to a 4 point if he wanted to take the plea. It was my understanding that you wanted to set this for a trial, and we were asking for the appointment of counsel.
It was. I'm trying to get a better understanding on everything.
Okay.
That's all. I just wanted to get an understanding because I thought going through a red light was just a fraction, but I don't recall the ticket was from 2021. I just looked at it.
Your Honor.
Pardon me?
He would like to know what is on the ticket and the date of the offense. Mr. Garrett, please consider not making too many admissions on the record.
Okay.
On the reckless, that was December the 1st, 2021 at around 6:21 a.m. in the area of Mack and Fairview. It says on the notes that pass on the right, disregard the red signal, failure to signal. And that was written by Officer Allison. And then there's another one of speeding on, all of them are pretty old, September the 21st, 2021. And that's in the area of Brantford. Right now, I have
took care of that one already.
No, you didn't. You may have paid the civil infraction, but you still have the misdemeanors that are outstanding.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. So you still want a trial date?
Do you think the plea deal would just be smarter to do for community service?
See, you've already talked to the person that you need to answer that question, and you've already got the advice. It just seems like you don't want to go with the advice that you've been given already.
Well, I just do the plea deal, do the community service. I'll just do that.
We're going to pass this matter. We're going to pass it. I wasn't prepared for that. All right, let's go. Let's go with who's next, Ms. Harris?
I think Daniel Gwynn. I'm pulling him out of the breakout room now, or Mr. Latin, who I think is out of the breakout room.
All right, let's go with Mr. Latin, because he was. City of Detroit. Hold on. It's the City of Detroit versus Bernard Jamal Latin, case number SP 110-62981 and SP 152332221. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris, on behalf of Mr. Latin, please state your name for the record.
Bernard Latin.
All right, good morning to you, sir. Today is the date and time. You need an adjourned pretrial. This one, I guess you're going to try to get a valid license, correct?
Yes, sir.
This one case is going to be this no proof of insurance. You're going to have to pay the $240 off.
Okay.
You owe another $300 in no registration and this improper display of plates. I do have an amnesty program going on right now, but the first one, the no insurance, is what's affecting your license down here. I don't know if you have tickets in another jurisdiction, but that $240 is probably the best place to start. I'm going to give you an adjourned pretrial of September the 16th, 2024. If you pay that no proof of insurance, you wait 72 hours once you pay that no insurance, and then you approach the Secretary of State to see if the Secretary of State will give you a valid license. Come back on September 16th, 2024 at 8:30, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Who do you have next, Miss?
We would need an interpreter, but we are asking if the court on Arriaga could check the status of his cases, because he seems to have receipts that indicates he paid this misdemeanor.
It's set for an arraignment on some new cases. These are new, it seems like, based on the number. I don't know if we got the system up yet. Do you have up the system? We can't. I'm gonna try to sign.
So the issue became he gave us the receipt, he provided a receipt, and the number that he stated seems to be the number that's on the docket today.
let's get somebody else out of here then. So on our Arriaga, one of them disregarding traffic control device is paid. The other one is a driving while license never acquired. That's what we're here for. Both of them were at on the same day. He got 2 counts of driving while traffic control device. And he paid them both 7/8/2024. Where's Arriaga?
He's here. We just need the interpreter. Does that total $240?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much. You have $260, it looks like. Yep, 260. Is Miss Hernandez here?
She may be in breakout room 10. I think she had one in there with Mr. Berry.
Mr. Arriaga, can you
Well, she's in
understand?
10. Oh, she's in, let me go to 10.
Can you understand English, Mr. Arriaga? Señor Arriaga.
Sí, señor, dígame.
Comprende, hablo, comprende inglés?
No, no comprendo inglés.
I can help you, Your Honor. Señor Arriaga, ¿usted habla inglés un poquito para hacer este juicio?
No, no hablo inglés.
No, no, Your Honor.
All right, let's go to Grant. Do you have Grant, Miss?
I did not. The other one that I had is Gwen.
All right,
I also had Perez.
All right, let's go to Gwen. It's the city of Detroit versus Xavier Gwynn. Case number SP 105-91561, SP 1151602, SP 1389177, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 856384, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 985406, counts 1, 2, and 3. State of Michigan versus Daniel Xavier Gwynn, case number SX 414-93761. Appearance for the record, please.
Sherika Harris, on behalf of Mr. Gwynn, please state your name for the record.
Daniel Gwynn.
Today is the date and time. Good morning to you, Mr. Gwynn. Set for a arraignment on the bench warrants. Go ahead, Counselor.
My client's my client wishes to enter a plea, Your Honor, pursuant to the recommendation, and he stands ready to do community service.
And what is the recommendation?
Your Honor, if I'm not mistaken, it was 3 counts of allowing, 1 count of improper plate. I am scrolling back to find that. Allowing, 1, 2, 3 allowing, and 1 count of improper plate.
And that would be 48 hours of community service, Mr. Gwynn. Will dismiss the cases upon completion. You want to do that? Mr. Gwynn? Where'd he go?
Yes, I would. Yes, I would like. I said I would like to do that.
All right, you're still going to owe some money for these old civil infractions that you have. Just want you to know that.
Okay. Well, my state taxes were taken for some tickets as well this year.
Yeah, but they probably didn't get all of them.
Okay.
I see 240, 170, 145, 170, 240, 150.
Okay.
Where are you, sir? Can you turn your camera on and raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Mr. Gwen?
Huh? No, Maricela.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Or you can put your hand down. You understand the maximum possible penalty for these offenses are 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
Turn your camera off now, Mr. Gwen. Maybe that helps the transmission of the device. You understand the maximum possible penalty is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
You understand you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Ms. Harris went over your other advice or rights in the breakout room, did she not?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Ms. Harris went over your other advice or rights in the breakout room, did she not?
Yes, she did.
You understood those rights?
Yes.
You have any questions about those rights?
No,
You know by taking this offer, you're going to give those rights up?
Yes.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No.
All right, Mr. Glenn, let me draw your attention back to November the 29th, 2022 at around 12:45 a.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of I-96 Expressway at Schaefer. Did you have an occasion on that day to come in contact with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Did the officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
Couldn't do so, could you?
No, I did not.
Why is that?
Because I did not have a valid driver's license at the time.
Okay, I'm gonna find your client guilty of the amended count of allowing community service. You're gonna have to be quiet. I keep muting you. Put her in the waiting room. All right. And 12 hours of community service. Let me draw your attention back to February, let me strike that, September 12, 2022 at around 11:26 a.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Joseph Campo and Robinwood. Did you have an occasion on that day to come in contact with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Did the officer ask you to produce valid driver's license and insurance?
Yes.
You could not do either, could you, sir?
No.
Why is that?
Because I did not have a valid driver's license.
Or valid insurance, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, find them guilty of both. Order to do 12 hours of community service for each count. Total amount dismissed upon completion. Draw your attention that that's 4 counts of 3 counts of allowing, 1 count of improper play, correct? Draw your attention back to January 4th, 2021, around 9:15 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of westbound Davison and 14th Street. Did you have an occasion on that day to come encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
Operating a motor vehicle?
Yes.
An officer asked you to produce a valid driver's license.
Yes.
Couldn't do so, could you?
No, I could not.
Why is that?
Because I did not possess one.
Very well. Find your client guilty of the amended count of allowing. And with stipulation of probable cause, I'll dismiss the other matters.
So stipulated.
I have a phone number here for you for 313-354-3590. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You have the number to the Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna have you contact Mr. Phillips this afternoon and set up those hours. I will allow him, if he wants to complete and wipe this stuff away, community service hours for the civil infraction, I can set him up something to do that in lieu of fines and costs. But he can decide that while he's doing the other community service hours and come back and let us know. It'll be essentially 6 community service hours for every, an additional community service hours for every civil infraction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 36 more hours will wipe everything away. I'm going to give you extra time to do this, sir, since it's so many hours. Today is July the 10th. I am going to give you until, we'll give you a review on August the 28th. Okay?
Okay.
August the 28th at 8:25. Get in contact with Mr. Phillips. If it's nothing further, Mr. Gwynn, have a very good day and best of luck to you, all right?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Ms. Mason, could I see you in 4?
At 4?
Okay.
Oh.
Miss Madam Interpreter is let's get the interpreter out here for Santiago. Is that your client, Miss Harris?
It is.
Hola.
Hola.
Sí.
Go in there and get Miss Hernandez out. Here she is. All right, Miss Hernandez, I drug you out because we're ready on, this is a quick one. This is the city of Detroit versus Santiago Cortez Arienga. Case number SP159-28261. Appearance for the record, please.
Este es el caso del señor Santiago Arriaga. Número de caso SP 159-28-261.
Sherika Harris, on behalf of Mr. Arriaga, please state your name for the record.
Soy Charika Harris, representando al señor Arriaga. Por favor, diga su nombre completo, señor Arriaga, para que conste en el acta.
Ok, Santiago Cortés Arriaga.
Santiago Cortés Arriaga.
Así es.
That's right.
Ms. Harris, today is the date and time set for an arraignment.
Señora Harris, hoy es el día y la hora establecido para la lectura de cargos.
For purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
Para los propósitos de la lectura de cargos, mi cliente permanecerá en silencio.
Enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Give your client a $0 bond. At this time, we'll dismiss the case. He paid 2 related civil infractions of $130 apiece.
Para este momento, entonces vamos a introducir voy a introducir una declaración de no culpabilidad en su nombre y le voy a poner una fianza de $0 y voy a dejar caer, voy a desestimar ambos cargos porque ya el señor ha pagado los tickets relacionados a $130 cada uno.
There's nothing further, Mr. Arriaga. Have a very good day. Best of luck to you.
Señor Arriaga, si no tiene más nada que agregar, esto es todo por el día de hoy. Se puede retirar. La mejor de las suertes para usted.
Igualmente, muchas gracias.
Okay, same to you. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Go ahead back in the breakout room for Mr. Berry, please.
Your Honor, we do have one more that is ready that needs Ms. Hernandez.
It's the City of Detroit versus Guzman Perez de Leon, case number SP 1592966. Counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1593029, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearing for the record, please.
Este es el caso del señor Gitman Pérez de León, número de caso SP 159-29661 y 2 y SP 159-30-291 y 2. Sus comparecencias, por favor, para que consten en el acta.
Ok, sí.
Sherika Harris, on behalf of Mr. Perez, please state your name for the record.
Sherika Harris, representando al señor Pérez. Señor Pérez, por favor, diga su nombre para que conste en el acta.
Ok, es Wilman Green Pérez de León.
My name is Gitman Green Pérez de León.
Purposes of arraignment, counselor.
For purposes of arraignment, my client stands mute.
Para los propósitos de la lectura de cargos, abogada, para los propósitos de la lectura de cargos, mi cliente va a permanecer en silencio.
Enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Give your client a $0 bond. It's my understanding that he's got valid documentation. He wants will dismiss the cases for providing valid documentation.
Para los propósitos de la lectura de cargos, voy a introducir una declaración de no culpabilidad en su nombre y voy a imponer una multa una fianza de $0. Y tengo entendido que él tiene documentos válidos, por lo tanto vamos a dejar caer todos sus casos, están cerrados.
Sí.
Have a very good day, Mr. Perez de Leon. Best of luck to
Que
you.
tenga muy buen día, señor Pérez de León, eso es todo. Sus casos le quitaron los casos.
Ok, muchas gracias, los agradezco. Que tengan buen día.
Okay, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, go ahead back into breakout room number, where was Mr. Berry? He was already in one of those rooms. Oh, 10. Go ahead back into 10, Ms. Hernandez, please.
Okay, thank you.
Let's go. I want you to go back in the breakout room, Ms. Harris, with Mr. Garrett. Have another conversation with him, and let's see what he really wants to do. He's in there. My daughter's husband. There's no score.
Okay. Yeah.
We are ready on Mr. Garrett.
All right, let's go back on the record for Mr. Garrett. Mr. Garrett, I've given you an additional time. Has anything changed?
It has,
I'm
Your Honor.
taking a
My
plea.
client. Oh, what do you say?
I'm sorry.
You're good.
I kind of get Mr. Garrett a sense of him. I just want to get it over with.
I didn't get the response.
He said, I think he said he's taking the plea. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are my senses right that you just want to get it over with?
I'm trying to get my license back, so I don't have no more problems.
Okay.
To be honest.
Let's see what you can do getting your license back. Go plead to a 4-point. Is it 4-point?
That would be 4 points, and more likely than not, it's not making him any closer to being eligible for a license, but that's, yeah.
Some people that you just can't, it's just it's case. So I'm giving reckless driving amended to drag racing 4-point offense and allowing and dismissing the rest. 24 hours of community service, 4 points on your license. You want to take the deal, sir?
Yes, sir.
Where is it? Can you raise your right hand, please?
Well,
yes, sir.
I understand that he wants to take the plea, Your Honor, but Mr. Garrett, you understand that I don't know if you've had discussions with the Secretary of State, but this likely is not putting you any closer to getting that valid license. And you still understand that, right?
What is there any other options I can do to get my license back?
She already gave you options. She already gave you options. Raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
I've given you more than an opportunity to talk to this very good attorney, and you said you want to take the deal. You had you wanted the trial date. Secondly, you come back and say, no, I just want to get it over with and take the deal. Now you come, I gave you a chance to re-talk to the attorney, and you turn it back around and said, I want to take the deal. I'm trying to get my license back. So I'm not going to keep going back and forth with it. I've given you
I'm
all
not
that.
trying to do that, Your Honor. I'm not trying to do that. Yes, sir.
Right? Well, man, it's not me saying you're doing it.
I told you what I wanted to do. I was just trying to get my license back. Y'all told me I won't be able to get my license back. I'm not trying to argue with you or trying to cause the court any more time. I'm just trying to get my license back. That's all I'm trying to do.
I know that.
So I can have this problem
all
so I don't get pulled over.
All I'm here to do is accept the plea, or my job is you worked out a deal. You apparently like the deal that you worked out. You've talked to the lawyer on a couple of occasions, and you have to make a decision at some point. We can't keep going back and forth. Now, whatever your decision is, I can either accept it or not accept it. I'll accept it in this case. If you want to plead to the allowing and the drag racing, then that's fine with me. If you want a trial date, that's fine with me as well. What do you want to do?
Let's just go to trial. Let's just go to trial. That's the final answer. Nothing changing.
Trial is going to be October the 5th, 2024 at 9 a.m. You should take this time.
October 24th?
October the 5th, 2024. Do you want an appointed attorney?
Yes, sir. Your Honor, could you appoint counsel, please, and thank you.
I'm an attorney for you as well. What I need you to do is I need you to answer the calls you don't recognize. One of those calls should be that appointed attorney. If you don't hear from that attorney in the next 2 weeks, get back in touch with the court so we can get one appointed to you on the spot. In the meantime, you need to take this time between now and October and see what you can do to reinstate your license. I don't see anything down here that's affecting your license. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You need to go to the Secretary of State ASAP and see what happens. Have a very good day, sir. Best of luck to you.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you.
October
5th.
Ready, Your Honor.
Who are you ready on?
Miss Reyes
Nahara?
Yes.
Right. I'll see you. Reyes Nahara. Wow. City of Detroit versus Lorena Reyes Nahara, case number SP 159-3566, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 159-3555, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Este es el caso de la señora Lorena Reyes Najera, número de caso SP 159-935661 y 2 y SP 159-5551 y 2. Sus comparecencias, por favor, para que consten en el acta.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. On behalf of the defendant, please state your full name.
Ed Woodbury Jr. representando a la acusada. Señora, por favor, diga su nombre completo para que conste en el acta. Señora, tiene el micrófono apagado. Open your mic, please. La volvió a apagar, señora. La volvió a apagar.
¿Ahora?
Ok, ahí, ajá.
Lorena Yamilet Reyes Nájera.
Lorena Yamilet Reyes Nájera.
Sí.
Your Honor, as it turns out, Miss Reyes Noreja has a valid international license issued by Honduras.
Su señoría, la señora Lorena Nájera tiene una licencia de conducir internacional del país de Honduras.
She stands ready to enter a plea to the 1 to 5 miles over and stands ready to do community service.
Ella está dispuesta a aceptar, a dar una declaración sobre el cargo de ir a exceso de velocidad de 1 a 5 millas en exceso y está dispuesta a hacer las horas de servicio comunitaria.
Is that what you want to do, Ms. Reyes Nájera?
Señora, ¿eso es lo que usted quiere hacer, señora Reyes Nájera?
Sí.
Yes.
All right. Stipulate to the face of the ticket as an accurate factual basis for the responsible plea.
Entonces, estipulaciones para las bases de base, los hechos de base para la declaración de responsabilidad.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
Estipulado, su señoría.
Stipulate the probable cause for the dismissal of the other matter.
Yes,
Y la
Your Honor.
estipulación
So
para la causa probable para la desestimación de los otros cargos, sí, su señoría.
All right, with those, I'm going to find your client responsible for the amended count of allowing, strike that amended count of 1 to 5 over, and in lieu of fines and costs, I'll allow her to do 6 hours of community service to clear it up.
Está bien, entonces yo voy a encontrar a su representada responsable, culpable del cargo de haber permitido, tache eso, del cargo de ir de entre 1 y 5 millas por exceso y le voy a imponer 6 horas de servicio comunitario.
Okay.
Okay.
You have the number to the Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center, ma'am?
Señora, ya tiene el número donde tiene que llamar esta tarde, en el Centro de Servicio Comunitario, ¿ya lo tiene?
Sí, ya lo tengo.
Yes, I have it.
It's 313-915-1316, a good number for you, Ms. Reyes?
Señora, y el teléfono que tenemos para usted es el 313-915-1316, ¿está correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
Okay, give Mr. Phillips a call at the Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center this afternoon. Set the hours up, and the hours are complete by August the 21st, 2024. Then we'll close the matter out. Thank you.
Señora, llame esta misma tarde al señor Phillips del Centro de Justicia Comunitario y tiene para completar estas horas y tiene que tenerlas completadas para el día 21 de agosto.
Ok.
Y ese día se vuelve a conectar ya con las horas hechas.
Ok. Ok.
Ok. Ok.
Have a good day.
Ok, señores, eso es todo. Se puede desconectar. Que tenga buen día.
Ok, muchísimas gracias. Buen día a
Okay.
ustedes, Camila.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you very much.
City of Detroit versus Armani Deshaun Grant, case number V133-63824, V133-63924, V133-64024, V133-64124. CR434. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Grant.
Armani Deshaun Grant.
Good morning to you, sir. Today is the date and time set for arraignment on the bench warrant. Go ahead, counsel.
Yes, Your Honor, we would waive the reading of the information and stand mute.
Will enter a not guilty plea on his behalf, give him a $0 bond. Typically, these are resolved by getting the licenses and things. I don't know what the city is, usually no offer on dog cases, but do you have a license for these? Yes, go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. He has a license for both the animals as well as the vaccination documents.
All right, and you've seen those?
I have, Your Honor. We seek dismissal for valid documents.
Ms. Mason, any objection?
Sorry, Your Honor, I was in the other courtroom. I'm sorry.
Mr. Grant is, as it says, it's got 2 dogs, and he has 2 dog licenses and 2 failure to vaccinate tickets. Mr. Berry has seen both license and vaccinations, and he requested a motion to dismiss.
Do they have, are they the license that coordinate with the dogs? That's always be the.
Yes.
The license has to coordinate with the dogs.
Yes.
The name of the dogs.
Yes.
There's no name of dogs on here.
Okay. I have no objection at this time, Your Honor.
All right. Case dismissed, Mr. Grant. Have a very good day. Best of luck to you.
All right. You have a good one as well.
Thank you. City of Detroit versus Brielle Shamley, case number SP 1566970, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Ms. Shamley.
Brielle Shamley.
Brielle Shamley, I'm
Your
sorry.
Honor, for purposes of arraignment, Your Honor, my client would waive the reading of the information and stand mute.
Enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Will give your client a $0 bond. What's the offer? Allowing?
The offer is allowing, and she would avail herself of that offer.
You want to take the deal, ma'am? We'll dismiss upon completion of 12 hours of community service with the Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center.
Yes.
Have any problem getting over to the Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center?
Yeah, I might.
You might have a problem getting over there?
Yeah, but I like try to give me a ride.
You want me to try to get you something in your area? Where are you?
Yes, I'm on Warren, Illinois.
That's not that far. We can send you to our community service. Miss Green can get you something in your area.
Okay.
Raise your right hand, please. You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
You can put your hand down. You understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
You understand you have an absolute right to a trial?
Okay.
You understand that?
Yes.
Mr. Berry went over your other advice or rights in the breakout room, did he not?
Yeah, he did.
You understood those rights?
Yes.
Any questions about them?
No, sir.
Yeah, you know, by taking this deal, you're going to give those rights up?
You talk about taking like the community service deal?
Yes, and allowing 12 hours of community service. It will not abstract to the Secretary of State. Therefore, it won't carry any points, and once you finish the community service, we'll dismiss the case. The other case will be dismissed now. Anybody offer you anything other than that?
No.
And you're taking this on your own will, is that correct? But you want to take it? All right, let me draw your attention back to June the 20th, 2024 at around 3 a.m. City of Detroit, the area of Clifton Street and Raglan. Did you have an occasion on that that you come encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
I'm sorry?
On June the 20th, 2024 at around 3 a.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Clifton and Rangoon, did you have an occasion on that day to come encounter with the Detroit Police Department?
Oh, yes.
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yeah, I was driving.
Did the officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
No, he's not for age.
He didn't ask you to produce your license, ma'am.
Yeah, I just told him I didn't have the license already.
Oh, so you just said when you got pulled over, you just told on yourself?
Yeah, because I was low-key confused why I got pulled over.
That would be even more of a reason not to say anything. Maybe ask why you got pulled over.
Well, they just snatched me out the car. I was sitting in front of my car, and then they just pulled up and snatched me out the car. So that's why I was really confused.
Okay, well.
But I guess they saw me sitting at the store for a minute.
Well, were you driving or not?
Yeah, I was driving. I was on my way to work.
You go ahead.
What you say?
You said you were driving. You said something else before I interrupted you.
Oh yeah, I was driving. I was on my way to work.
Okay. And okay, I find her guilty of the amended count of allowing order to do 12 hours of community service. You need to take this number down to Ms. Green, the community service coordinator here. It's 313-965-8130. You shouldn't have to call her. She should call you. But if you find that she hasn't gotten in touch with you in the next week or so, give her a call. I'm referring this to Ms. Green so you can get community service in your area. I want you back on September the 21st, 2024, and make sure once the community service is complete that you submit your paperwork back to Ms. Green so it can get to me, okay? Ms. Shannon?
Okay.
Any questions?
No, thank you.
Have a great day, ma'am. Best of luck to you.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you. City of Detroit versus Fred Darrell Thompson Gary, case number SP 104-33141. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Gary.
Fred Darrell Thompson Gary.
Good morning to you, sir. Today is the date and time set for a arraignment. Go ahead, Counselor.
Yes, Your Honor. We would waive the reading of the information and stand mute.
We'll enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. We'll give your client a $0 bond. And what's the resolution?
Mr. Gary would avail himself of the offer but wishes to pay the such fines and costs as there may be.
There'll be failure to display. He doesn't want to do the community service. That's an abstractable offense, and it'll be $240. Doesn't carry any points, though. You want to take that deal, Mr. Gary?
Could I ask a question, Your Honor, before that?
You may.
When I went down to the court, it stated $95. So I'm kind of confused.
What that is that's just a warrant fee and a reinstatement fee of $45, which you'll be obligated to pay as well. So it'll come to the total of $285. The warrant fee I'm going to waive.
I paid the warrant fee, Your Honor. I paid to have the warrant lifted already. $200.
So that's not for, I'm just giving you the final cost, or anything that you paid was basically a bond to get you into court today. And what will happen is if you take the deal and you want to pay, then we'll minus whatever bond you have from their total amount, and then you'll be obligated to pay the rest.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a valid license, sir?
No, I was under the impression that when I got the printout from the Secretary of State, it says suspension by each ticket. So this ticket read suspension, so I was under the impression that I had to pay all the tickets. This is the last ticket that I have to pay.
Well, this ticket, you shouldn't have to pay this ticket. Maybe it was because it had a warrant on there, and now since you come to court, the warrant is going to be recalled. Can we give you an opportunity to try to go bring a valid driver's license in?
My plan was to go and do my test as soon as I got out of this courtroom paying the suspension. So I have not acquired that yet, Your Honor.
No, we're going to give you time to do that.
Yes, please.
All right, so we'll just wait. You'll come back on pre-trial on September the 16th, 2024 at 8:30 a.m. And go ahead.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. Last question. I just want to make sure that I understood. So there's nothing stopping me from currently getting my license, not even this ticket. I can go acquire my license and bring it back to you September 15th.
No, I think that was on the, I think you said that this was one of the tickets that was preventing you from getting your license when you went to the Secretary of State, correct?
The last ticket, yes, sir. I paid the rest of them off during amnesty, and this was the last one.
The reason I think that this ticket was preventing you from getting your license because it was in warrant status.
Okay.
Now that the warrant status is lifted, I don't see anything down here preventing you from getting a license. Not down here. It could be some other things in other jurisdictions, but you already gone to the Secretary of State. It sounds like you were you have a thorough understanding that this was the only one. Now that the ticket is out of warrant status, then I don't know how long that will get to the Secretary of State, tonight, tomorrow, or? Yeah, the warrant status has been lifted. How long will the Secretary of State know that? It should go in immediately, so you may be able to get a license today.
Yes, sir.
All right, so come back on September the 16th, 2024 for a pre-trial, and we'll find out where you're at on that day, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
You may have to wait. Well, he's gone now. He'll figure it out. All right.
That's why I called.
Guzman Perez is gone. Manuel Ojeda.
Señor Manuel Ojeda.
City of Detroit versus Manuel Ojeda Morena. Case number SP 159-420-8, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 159-422-01. Appearance for the record, please.
Este es el caso de la ciudad de Detroit contra el señor Manuel Eloy Ojeda Maurera, número de caso SP 159-42081 y 2 y SP 159-42201. Sus comparecencias, por favor, para que consten en el acta.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Ojeda.
Edward Berry Jr. representando al acusado, señor Ojeda, por favor diga su nombre completo para que conste en el acta.
Manuel Eloy Ojeda Maurera.
Manuel Eloy Ojeda Maurera.
Ok, ajá.
Ok, ajá.
All right, there's show cause in there for the 8/30/2024. He wasn't on the docket today. He was supposed to be here on those other ones on July the 5th.
For purposes of arraignment.
Hay una audiencia para mostrar por qué no se presentó en una fecha que le tocaba y los otros son para una fecha posterior.
And for purposes of arraignment, Your Honor, my client would stand mute.
Para los propósitos de la lectura de cargo, su señoría, mi cliente va a permanecer en silencio.
We'll enter a not guilty plea on his behalf. We'll give him a $0 bond. And you're gonna need to get an
Vamos.
offer.
I have an offer, Your Honor.
Voy a introducir entonces una declaración de no culpabilidad en su nombre y voy a establecer una fianza de $0 y usted tendrá que obtener, señor Berry, un acuerdo por parte de la fiscalía. Ya yo tengo el acuerdo, su señoría.
What is the offer?
The offer is to allow the defendant to enter a plea to allowing rather than the no license charge. And in terms of the speeding ticket, the 16 to 20 over has been reduced to 6 to 10 over. And he stands ready to do community service.
¿Cuál es la oferta? La oferta, su señoría, es que él dejó que alguien sin licencia manejara en lugar del ticket de no tener licencia. Y en el ticket de exceso de velocidad de 16 a 20 fue reducido de 6 a 10. Y él está dispuesto a hacer las horas de servicio comunitaria.
Is that what you want to do, Mr. Ojeda?
Señor Ojeda, ¿eso es lo que usted quiere hacer?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Can you raise your right hand, please?
¿Puede levantar su mano derecha, por favor?
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
¿Usted jura decir la verdad, solo la verdad y nada más que la verdad?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Or you can put your hand down.
¿Puede bajar su mano?
Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Señor, ¿usted entiende que la máxima penalidad para este tipo de delito podría ser de hasta 93 días de cárcel y hasta $500 de multa, entiende?
Sí.
Yes.
Do you understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
¿Y usted entiende que tiene el derecho absoluto de ir a un juicio si así lo quisiera?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Berry went over your other advice or rights in the breakout room, did he not?
Y mientras que estaban en la sala de consulta privada, el abogado, el señor Berry, le explicó todos sus derechos, ¿correcto?
Sí.
¿Es así? Yes.
Así es.
Yes, that's it. That's right.
You understood those rights?
¿Y usted entendió esos derechos?
Yes.
¿Entendió esos derechos?
Sí, señor.
Yes, sir.
You have any question about those rights?
¿Tiene alguna pregunta acerca de esos derechos?
No.
No.
You know, by taking this deal, you're going to give those rights up?
¿Y usted entiende que tomando este acuerdo que le están ofreciendo, usted está renunciando a esos derechos?
Sí, entiendo.
Yes, I understand.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
Y aparte de lo que ya se ha dicho aquí, que consta en el acta, ¿a alguien más se le ha ofrecido alguna otra cosa?
No.
No.
Let me draw your attention back to June the 17th, 2024, around 5:41 p.m. in the city of Detroit, in the area of Mound and East Outer Drive. Did you have an occasion on that day to come in contact with the Detroit Police Department?
Señor, déjeme llevar su atención al día del lugar de los hechos, que fue el 17 de junio del 2024 a las 5:40 de la tarde en los alrededores de la calle Mount y el este de la calle Otter en la ciudad de Detroit. Ese día, ese lugar y en esa hora lo paró usted un oficial de policía de la ciudad de Detroit.
Sí, así es.
Yes, that's right.
Were you operating a motor vehicle?
¿Y usted estaba manejando un vehículo automotor en ese momento?
Sí.
Yes.
The officer asked you to produce a valid driver's license.
¿Y el oficial le pidió que le enseñara una licencia de conducir válida?
Sí.
Yes.
You could not do so, could you?
Y usted no se lo pudo mostrar, ¿verdad?
No.
No.
Why is that?
¿Por qué no?
No tenía en ese momento, no, bueno, no tengo licencia.
I didn't have, well, I don't have a license.
All right, very well. I'm going to find you guilty of the amended count of allowing 12 hours of community service, and I'll dismiss upon payment.
Está bien, señor. Entonces yo lo voy a encontrar a usted culpable de que dejó que alguien sin licencia manejara y le voy a imponer 12 horas de servicio comunitario. Y una vez que las haga, entonces voy a desestimar ese caso.
Ok.
Were you
Ok.
speeding on that day, sir?
Señor, ¿ese día usted estaba a exceso de velocidad?
Sí.
Yes.
I find him responsible for the amended count of 6 to 10 over, and I'll close that out when he completes the 12 hours of community service with the misdemeanor.
Señor, entonces yo le voy a encontrar responsable de que andaba entre 6 a 10 millas por exceso del límite, y una vez que ya termine esto, entonces también voy a cerrar ese caso.
Ok.
Ok.
I need a good phone number from you, sir, please.
Señor, necesito un buen número de teléfono donde podamos comunicarnos con usted.
248 595 595 3812.
Ok. 248-595-3812.
Sí,
You got it,
correcto.
Your Honor?
Got it?
Good.
Do you have the number?
248-595-3812. Good.
Do you have the number to the Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center, sir?
Señor, ¿ya tiene el número donde llamar al centro de servicio comunitario para hacer las horas comunitarias?
Sí, ya lo tengo.
Yes, I have it.
All right, give Mr. Phillips a call this afternoon, set those hours up. I'm going to give you until September 21st, 2024 to complete the hours. The review is at 8:25. If you don't have any further questions, sir, have a very good day and best of luck to you.
Señor, entonces, por favor, llame esta misma tarde al señor Philip o a la señora Buentello al Centro de Justicia Comunitaria y está para hacer sus horas. Usted las tiene que tener hechas para el 21 de septiembre del 2024 y ese día se tiene que conectar igual que hoy con el mismo número de Zoom a las 8:25 de la mañana para hacer su revisión del caso. Si usted las cumplió, entonces ya inmediatamente puede, ya está listo, ¿ok?
Ok. Listo.
Ya, that's all.
Sí. Ya anoté la fecha y todo.
I have the date and everything.
All right, have a very good day, sir. Best of luck to you.
Ok, señor, entonces que tenga un excelente día, muy buen día en el día de hoy, la mejor de la suerte para usted. Se puede retirar.
Gracias.
Ok, thank you.
Have a great day. Manuel.
Ok, señor, que se retire y que tenga buen día. Ok.
E-L, middle name, E-L-O-Y, E-L-O-Y. Last name, O-J-E-D-A, hyphen, M-A-U-R-E-R-A. This is the city of Detroit versus Daniel Young Glenn, case number SP 106-32161, SP 124-7998, counts 1 and counts 2, and the state of Michigan versus Daniel Young Glenn, case number SX 3768340, counts 1 and counts 2, and SX 401-51131. Appearance for the record, please.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant. State your full name, Mr. Glenn.
Daniel Young Glenn.
Your Honor, the updated, Well, I apologize. Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, my client waives the reading of the information and stands mute.
I'll enter a not guilty plea on his behalf, give him a $0 bond. I see that Mr. Glenn, he owes many tickets, some old he never paid, but one in particular, no proof of insurance of $240. That would give him clearances, appear to give him clearances down here. What's the offer, Counselor?
The updated offer is to allow the defendant to enter a plea to allowing.
One count of allowing?
Yes, Your Honor. The remaining matters, it turns out he has documents for registration.
Is that what you want to do, sir?
Yes, it is.
Raise your right hand, please. Where'd he go?
He's on screen.
No, he's
Sorry,
not.
can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can't see
Oh,
you.
okay.
Raise
There
your
you
right
go.
hand, please.
No, I had to step outside. I'm sorry. Here we go.
You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, but nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. Do you understand the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes.
You understand that you have an absolute right to a trial?
Yes.
Mr. Berry went over your other advice or rights in the breakout room, did he not?
Yes.
You understood those rights?
I do.
Any questions about those rights?
No, sir.
You know by taking this deal, you're going to give up those rights?
Yes, I do.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, sir.
Let me draw your attention back to March the 31st, 2022, around 7 a.m. in the city of Detroit. Well, you wanted to plead to allowing, correct? I was trying to get the nearest one, but let's get the allowing. Let's draw your attention back to September 8th, 2021 at around 12:41 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Junction and Fisher Service Drive. You have an occasion on that day to come in contact with the Detroit Police Department?
Yes.
Operate a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Officer asked you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
You couldn't do so, could you?
Not at that time, no.
Okay. Why is that?
Well, at the time I had outstanding tickets in other cities. I hadn't gotten it reinstated. I had started a payment arrangement with I completed it at that time with Belleville. Belleville. That was Van
Well,
Buren Township.
you didn't have a valid license, correct?
No, sir.
That's all I need.
Okay.
All right.
That's fine.
Find them guilty of the amended count of allowing order to do 12 hours of community service at Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center. I'll stipulate the probable cause. I'll dismiss the other matters that we call into the record.
So stipulated, Your Honor.
And Mr. Glenn, you owe $240 for a, is your phone number 313-454-7649?
Yes.
Do you have the number to the Southwest Detroit Community Justice Center?
Yes.
Right. You owe $240. You owe, among other things, on these civil infractions and these old guilty pleas that you entered into. You owe $240 on those tickets. Let's see what the status of these old tickets are. They're not in warrant status, so they're gonna, you entered into a payment plan, you didn't finish it up. So I think if you start by paying the 240, you probably will go get clearances here. I don't know if those other ones will affect you. So that no insurance proof 240, you're still gonna owe the other stuff, but contact Mr. Phillips this afternoon, set up those hours for the allowing, and the misdemeanors will be dismissed. And once you complete the allowing, then that case will be dismissed as well. And come back on September 21st, 2024 at 8:25 a.m. for a review, all right?
Okay.
Any further questions?
Well, just to make sure that I heard you clearly, I wanted to make sure I understood it. You said to pay the 240 for the insurance ticket, to contact the community justice and the Southwest Community Justice for the service hours, and then to not worry about the outstanding stuff
I
like
didn't
that.
say not worry about the other ones. I said those other ones you're gonna have to owe those other ones. And you could enter a payment plan with those other ones, but I would pay that 240 up front right as soon as I can and wait 48 to 72 hours to go to the Secretary of State.
Got you. Okay. Okay.
Right?
And
you sound like you've taken care of everything else on your license except for Detroit, right?
Not just yet. It's actually one that's contingent on Detroit. Like they were waiting to see what the settlement matter was for this, to whether they would do a full reduction. They just wanted to see that I was responsible and active about pursuing getting my license back.
You got a good deal here.
Okay. Yeah, no,
And
I did.
the agreement that you entered into today won't have any effect on your license at all. But I would still pay that 240 right now as soon as you can, and then once you get that up taken care of, you'd run to the Secretary of State as quick as possible.
Will do. Absolutely.
Have a good day, sir, and you will still owe those other tickets that are on there too. You know,
right. But I can just arrange to pay for those and settle.
I would, yes, you can do that.
Okay. All right.
Have a good day, sir. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, that would seem to complete the morning. I did want to say that I got a piece of fan mail and give a shout out to Mr. Frest. Is that Steve Frest? Freist. He says he watches us every day, and that I'm one heck of a cool judge. I had to say that. Make sure
Hopefully minus one prosecutor on there.
And then, you know, that he's learned a lot. It's not like the court shows he sees on TV and he and his wife. So that's great. And then we have Miss Villaroo back. We just concluded the morning, Miss Villaroo. I did want to say that. No, that's all right. I don't mind saying it again, though, is that we got a piece of fan mail from Stephen. I hope I'm pronouncing the last name right. Friss. He says that he watches us every day. He enjoys my style, and I'm one heck of a cool judge. So I don't mind repeating that. I can repeat that all day long.
Lovely.
He's been watching ever since COVID, and our real court is nothing like the court TV shows. He's a huge fan of Seattle. And I'll tell you one thing, I went to Seattle. I'm a huge fan of Seattle. I thought that was an absolute beautiful city, even though it took so long to get there. I've never been on a plane so long in my life.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to be going there in about 2 weeks because my grandchildren are out there. It is a beautiful city, but that plane ride, I arrived exhausted. And then on the way back, for some reason, I feel more exhausted.
Oh yeah. My goodness. Plane ride was I'm about to go on a longer plane ride because this will be my first time going over the pond in the next month. But that plane ride to Seattle, I was like, when are we getting off this dang on plane?
Take care, Your Honor.
You as
Well,
well.
what
everybody.
airline?
Thank
My
you.
question is,
Thank
what
you.
airline were you on for that long flight?
I was, what does it, okay, not, well, let me ask Ms. Harris though. Ms. Harris, what does it matter what airline I was on? They all go about 400 or 500 miles per hour.
I just need to know.
You want to know? And I want to know why, what difference does it make?
Oh, it makes a huge difference to me. I learned my lesson listening to you. I learned my lesson.
No, we're talking about, see, let me cut.